So I wanted to do a date night look for this video. Then the collaboration that I'm doing with, guys, I'm doing with Lindsay Mayberry. It's Lindsey and Mayberry, Mayberry. Don't forget to check her out on YouTube and Twitter as well. And without further ado, if you want to know how to achieve this look, please keep on watching. So I'm very, very happy and excited to do a collaboration with Lindsay Mayberry. I hope I'm saying her name right, but she is so super cute and talented. She just started off YouTube not too long ago, kind of like me. So we're both really in this together and wanting to create a date night look. She's doing more of a single live date night look for a single person, and I'm actually doing more of a classic version. The date nights can be tricky sometimes, but we really both wanted to, instead of doing the same look, we wanted to incorporate two different looks for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy. One of the best techniques that I am familiar with is to hide your dark eye circle or any other flaws that you may have, is to apply a darker concealer first and then brighten the area with a lighter concealer. So I'm applying right now, this is one of my favorite concealer by e.l.f. Cosmetics in color Tan, which is just 2 tones darker than my skin tone. And I like to apply that around my nose, under my eyes, and around my lip and chin area. This is where I either have dark circles, blemishes, or redness and some minor problems with the skin tones, and then I would blend that into my skin. I am going a little bit opposite and different, so instead of applying my foundation first, I'm applying my lighter concealer because I wanted to try something different today for a change and wanted to see if I can skip the part having to apply foundation all over my face because I'm already layering up with so many products. So I'm applying this highlighter mainly wherever I want to highlight and bring out the light onto my face, and I would apply that very generous amount of that. And the color I'm using is NYX Cosmetics in 04. Okay, you guys, this is one thing I don't like about having to use Beauty Blender or any product that relates in that area, because you have to get up out of your room and wet the sponge and then you can use it. But sometimes I get lazy. I'm a normal human being and this is what I like to do. I just totally disregard that I have that, and then I just go for my brushes instead, old school. So here I am blending very carefully all that concealer into my skin, making sure it looks flawless as possible, since I am not using the greatest tool of all time, which is a beauty blender. So this is where I will be making it different. Instead of applying my concealer on top of my foundation, I will be applying my foundation on top of my concealer. The reason why I chose to do this is because I will be going well, let's put it this way. I will not be contouring my face with the contour products. So what I'm doing is I'm trying a totally different technique. If somebody don't want to go and buy a contour palette or contour products, what can they do to warm up their face and also to contour it? So I am just going lighter on my face with the foundation and concealer products, and then for warming my face up and also to contour it, I will be using just drugstore normal products that people have it in their drawer. So what I like to do here is took the lighter foundation, because you know when you first start out you don't actually end up buying the exact match of foundation and powders. So what do you do with those products? Do you pass them on? Or do you end up keeping it and look like a ghost walking around? So, well, I have done that too. So, I'm being honest here. People have called me out and actually said, your makeup is so white today. So, well, this is what I do now with the product that I have purchased in wrong colors. I go light all over my face. Okay, as you can see, it is pretty pale for my rest of the body. This is where I will be bringing back life onto my face. Then the darker powders that I have bought, I will apply as a bronzer all over my face, basically wherever I want to bring the color. So the color I'm using is Caramel Beige by L'Oreal True Match, and that is just a powder, you guys. It is not a contour product. So I will be applying that mainly on my cheekbones, my hairline, my forehead. I will also be applying that onto my jawline, my chin, under my lip, and even contour a little bit with the same powder onto my nose as well. So I'm one of those people who really don't like to wasting any products. I really like to see if I can use them in any other way. So this is what I thought, that I could still use the lighter foundation and the darker foundation that I have accidentally purchased. I can just go over and bronze up my face and actually make the foundation, lighter foundation, work for my skin tone, as you can see in the video. I'm now moving on with Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation, and the shade I'm using is Toffee Caramel 330. This is the foundation powder I will be using as a contour product, because it is more of a kind of like a contour color, like gives me more of a shadow effect on my face for the cheekbones, under my lips, jaw lines, and of course the nose area. So this powder I like to really reach out for when I am to just not wanting to use my contour products and I just want to play more a little bit, experiment more. This is what I like to do with the products that I have accidentally purchased. So for the blush, I'm using e.l.f. Cosmetics blush palette, and I will be mixing the two colors together, as you can see, and the palette I'm using is actually light. For the highlight, I'm using Wet n Wild Fergie collection in, I believe this is Rose Champagne Glow, and I will be applying generous amount of this onto my cheekbones and also on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the chin and the forehead area, and of course my Cupid's bow. This is where we will be bringing a little bit more light and also to enhance our features. So as you can see, I've really incorporated nothing but drugstore products today for this look. I really wanted you guys to see in person that how I like to use the drugstore products as well as the high ends to make the same look. And I'm now going to go ahead and show you how I will be using this to highlight my nose, and for that I prefer to use a finger to do so. I know some videos I like to use brush, but finger actually gives you more intense look. For the eyes, I'm using NYX Cosmetics. This is eyeshadow base in the skin color, and I will apply generous amount of this to all over my eyes up to my brow bone. You also want to make sure you don't put very little or too much amount of this to make your eyeshadow to last longer and not to crease. Once my primer is set, I also like to go ahead and put some powder on top of it just to set the primer in place, because otherwise it will crease on you before you even get to apply the eyeshadows. So today the look I'm going for is very simple, and I really wanted to use my Jaclyn Hill palette once again, and this is what I'm incorporated with. But the color I chose, you can usually get it anywhere, any brand of your choice, and I'm more going towards blacks and browns, so you don't have to go too crazy with the palettes. So I'm just taking a very natural brown color from this palette, and I will be applying that into my crease area, mainly focusing on outer corners, and I will be putting that as my transition color. This will also make the second color blend in very, very well into my skin. As you're applying this, you really want to make sure that there's no creasing going on. And as I do that, I remember that I have not highlighted my brow bone. I always remember that once I'm done with my transition color for some weird reason. So I'm going to go ahead and take the highlight color from this very palette, and I will also be applying that onto my brow bone and highlight my brow bone area. Then I will be taking a deeper and darker brown from the same palette, and I will apply that into my crease to create more depth. And as you can see that while applying these two tones of brown onto my eyes, I'm also switching my brushes back and forth. One to apply the shadow with, and also going back to my transition color that I applied with my brush, and I'm blending it as I go to make sure everything is nice and clean and blended well together. You want to apply as much as you like to create the depth to your light. So I'm going to go ahead and continue building that up as I go to make sure, since the rest of the eye is going to be very light colored, I want to make sure the depth is there. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corners of my eyes with the same color from the palette, just like my brow bone. I am now taking any matte eyeshadow, white or skin tone color, which was not from this palette. It is from NYX Cosmetics, and apply that to the rest of my lid. And I'm taking the same transition color that I used onto my lid to my lower lash line, and I would apply that with a pencil brush from Crown Brushes and apply that very well and generous amount. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back with the same brush and blend that lower lash shadow with it and make sure that it is nice and smooth and ready for the second color. For the second color, I chose the same darker brown and I applied that with the angled eyeliner brush by Real Technique, and apply that, which is a very fat eyeliner brush, by the way. So I do not apply my eyeliner with that. It's just not possible, simply not possible. So I'm going to go ahead and take my shadow on this brush and apply that to my lower lash line as an eyeliner, and I'm going to go back with my brush and then blend them two together to make a smoky look. So I went ahead and applied my eyeliner off camera, and bam, there you have it. Today I used Tarte Cosmetics gel eyeliner for my top lash line, and for the waterline I'm using e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeliner in black, and I'm using my Ulta Cosmetics black pencil to apply that onto my waterline, which is the very simple and easiest way for me to do. And I would also be applying the same liner to my I don't know what you want to call it, waterline, upper waterline, tight line. So many names. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to take any black matte eyeshadow that you may have. I'm using MAC Cosmetics in Carbon Black. And I will take my flat definer brush by Sigma Cosmetics. And I will be applying that onto my waterline wherever I am placing this eyeliner, and to set that to make sure that this stays there all day long and also stays as dark as black can be. And this will make sure that it lasts you all day long. Seriously, trust me on that one. Create a smoky effect, I will be switching back and forth between my brown eyeshadow and black with the pencil brush and flat definer brush. And you also want to remember to blend it in between to make sure you have a flawless smoky eyes. I'm now going to go ahead and take the same black Carbon Black by MAC Cosmetics and blend, you're going to smoke out that eyeliner that we put in place earlier. And I'm using the same pencil brush for that as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's also nicely blended, and bam, mascara time. So today I was initially going to do falsies, but then in the end when I applied my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is one of my favorite, you guys, and I will tell you I was so impressed and happy with it that I felt like there was no need for falsie today. So today is a no falsie day, which your eyes can use some break to anyhow. So this is the look I went for, and I'm really happy the way it turned out. Would you guys like to meet my visitor in the middle of my video? And she just came to say hi and to tell me that she did take a nap, which, by the way, guys, she did not. So this is my 2-year-old. Her name is Avni, and I love her to death, man. She's so cute. She just keeps me rolling. I'm now going to go ahead and make sure everything is nice and clean before I set my makeup with the setting spray. I'm now going to go ahead and apply some LA Matte. These are called Pigment Gloss. They're not lipstick. They don't call it, at least. But to me, it did feel like a lipstick because it is that super pigmented. And the color I'm applying today is Frisky. It is super red and super matte, you guys, and it can last you pretty much all day long. I will tell you that. I am so happy. I think this is only $5, so you should definitely check this out. Now, I do want to let you know this video is not sponsored. I'm just giving you straight out my opinion if you want to try this, because I think it is a very good product. I really love it. I think I bought about 5 or 6 different colors in this line, and I'm really, really happy with. So I just wanted to give you another option as to the lips. If you are not into bright colors, this is Cookie from ColourPop Cosmetics, and one of my favorite nude. And I love this color. This is very, very down to earth, perfect for any look. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching my video. Hopefully you learned and enjoyed something. If you do recreate it, don't forget to tag me on your Instagram and I will definitely check it out. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you guys soon, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye. Thank you so much.